Real estate investors, I know it can be very difficult to get started in this game and to find profitable deals. But on today's session, I'm going to give you my top websites that I go to find the most profitable deals on the market and exactly how I use them. So make sure you stick around to the end so that we can get all the way through this thing. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment that says I subscribed. For everyone who leaves that comment, I'll send you instant access to my free real estate training. It'll show you how to get started. And we got a bunch of them. We can show you how to buy properties for dirt cheap, even from like the auction. So reach out for that. If you're on IG, just go ahead and DM me cash flow, and I will send you access to that free training. But we have a lot to cover. Once again, stick around. We're going to go through these three websites. These are my top websites for finding profitable off-market deals so that you can box out the competition. So I hear you guys. You're looking for deals. You want to get rocking as you head into 2025, but you just need to know where to go and what types of properties do you buy. If you're interested in any of our programs, before we get into the mindset, we have the real estate ride along tour January 11th. That's Saturday in Philly. You can just reach out, DM me. Don't leave the comment, but I will answer the questions on IG. You can just reach out, DM me ride along, or comment ride along, and we will get you access to that ride along tour and those tickets. We have our boots on the ground program. That's where we find, finance, rehab, tenant, and manage properties for you. It's basically turnkey. We find the deals, we put the tenants in, and we manage them for you. If you're interested in that, just reach out, DM me boots on the ground. Limited capacity there, a very limited space. We probably only have 1 or 2 spots available right now, maybe one, because somebody tapped in over the weekend. And then we have the inner circle if you just want to get to the knowledge and you want to invest kind of out of state where your money goes further and get these cheap deals that we're talking about. We break it all down for you within the inner circle mentorship program. And you get one-on-one mentorship, which is very unique. And it's what I found that most people need, that one-on-one handhold to be successful. And a lot of people won't give it to you out there. Let's get into the mindset. So the mindset for today is scarcity versus the abundance mindset. So I've noticed this coming up from different people who've been reaching out. They're like, oh, Brian, I got one question. They're like, Brian, why would you help me? Tell me why you would help me to get started as a real estate investor. Like, why would you help me? And I looked at it, I'm like, that's a weird question. To one degree, it's almost arrogant in a sense, because it's a question where you're kind of like, are you that special that I wouldn't help you? Because I help a lot of people. So why wouldn't I help you in that sense? What's special about you that I wouldn't help? But also, I noticed it was coming from a space of the scarcity mindset. The scarcity mindset leads you to believe that there's only so many deals out there. And why would anybody help me to learn how to fish, how to get profitable deals? If you teach me how to get deals, there's less for you. That's scarcity mindset. So for starters, I'm abundance mindset. For those who are with me and who have been with me for a while, you know I'm abundance mindset, to the point where I won't even allow your scarcity mindset to register with me. It's non sequitur. Like, it does not register. It's not even a blip on my radar, because I've been in this game long enough and I've seen the abundance of it. It's beyond a belief system. It's actual seeing it unfold, manifest, all those different things. I've seen this game. So when I look at it, I'm just like, bro, there's so many deals out here. There's so much. If you don't believe there's lots of deals, if you live in a major city, I guarantee you there's a section of your city with tons of properties that are dilapidated, that need work. Well, guess what? There's money there. If you can find the right ones and you have the crews to put them together, you can produce profit. There's land in every major city. Their strategy for cities like Baltimore is to get rid of blight, is to just bulldoze the houses. So they're creating more land. Even though they say land is finite, they're creating more land opportunities for you to build new real estate. So when you're tapped into abundance, you understand that deals change hands every day. There are millions of foreclosures every year. You get out of that scarcity mindset and you start thinking, well, where can I go to get in front of these deals? There's unlimited deals, like Brian's saying. So how do I get in front of them? How do I get my hands on them? And that's what we talk about. That's what we focus on. I could care less if anybody listening to this goes out and does 1,000 deals in a year. You're not going to hurt me. You're not going to stop me. In fact, it's not only me who you won't stop. You won't stop millions of other investors. You'll just be somebody who got some deals done. and made it happen and got financial freedom. And nobody, I don't want to say nobody cares, because a lot of people care. Your family will care. A lot of people will support you on the journey, but the game don't care. The game does not care if you go out and do 1,000 deals and win. It's not going to, the real estate market is not going to stop you. It's not going to hold you up. You just need the knowledge and the opportunity. So get out of scarcity mindset. If you're in scarcity mindset, 2025 is not the year for scarcity mindset. It's a year of abundance. It's going to be a year of opportunity, of change, of properties moving. You can't go into that year with a scarcity mindset, or you will lose. You will not cause anyone with an abundance mindset to lose, but you will lose, because you won't be able to see the opportunities that are right in front of you. How to invest without cash or credit. I think Thursday, we did a live on how to get free money to build houses. I'm giving you guys all of this information, just dripping it on you one week at a time, one live at a time. But ultimately, it adds up to, there's a lot of money circulating around and a lot of deals circulating around. And the only thing missing and preventing you from being a part of that is knowledge. That is it. It's just knowledge. It's not opportunity. It's not money. It's not credit. It's not any of those things. It's just knowledge. Having the knowledge of how to navigate around whatever your perceived issue is, because your perceived issue is partially a scarcity mindset issue. You might have a scarcity of credit right now. Brian, I can't get started because, I got this credit issue. So you have a scarcity when it comes to credit, scarcity mindset. It might be money. I was talking to somebody today. Hey, I got this money locked up over here. What can I do? Oh, well, talk to this person over here who's a private money lender, and that you guys can structure something custom. Now you worked around your issue. That's a good idea, Brian. Yeah, because I don't see the issue as some permanent thing. I really see it as there's a lot of opportunity. So you might have a money scarcity mindset. You may have I can't find a network, or I can't find somebody who will help me scarcity mindset. Nobody will help me. There's a lot of people, believe it or not, with all the information and tech today, all the talking heads, all the gurus, there are people walking around saying, nobody will help me. Nobody wants to help me. It's crazy. It's a mindset. It's not real. The only reality is which mindset you're choosing. Are you choosing scarcity, or are you choosing abundance? That's the only thing that's real. Once you choose, everything else will kind of unfold for you. So I hope that sinks in for some of us. And there's lots of deals. We're going to talk about these deals next. Guys, if you're getting value, share the content with someone else who you want to get value. Like, comment, subscribe, and drop your questions in the chat section. Drop it in the comment section. Nick said, I definitely suffer from the habit of scarcity mindset. I'm reading books and trying to improve my habits. Definitely. I mean, our course content, believe it or not, we start with mindset. For those who come into the 100 Keys Masterclass, and even if you're in our boots on the ground where we're building houses for you, we still educate you. The first part of the course content is mindset. You got to have the right mindset. If your mindset is jacked, you can't get the results that you want. And it's not about any strategy. It's not strategy specific. Mindset impacts everything. It's like you got a bad mindset. You get up, you go on a vacation, still not feeling it because it's you on a vacation. It's you with the bad mindset on a vacation. You didn't change the issue. You just relocated yourself, but you're still there. So it's really, I think part of changing the mindset is getting around people with a different mindset to you, because you can only tune to one frequency at a time. You can only tune to one frequency at a time. So if me and you are in a room together and you're scarcity and I'm abundance, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. And my results, my knowledge of the game and how to navigate is going to be superior to your fear, because you're going to approach me with fear. This is just hypothetical, Nick. You're going to approach me with fear, all of your fears of real estate. And I'm going to approach you with abundance and solutions to all of your perceived fears. Because fear is a thought about the future that you're viewing as negative. So you don't want it to happen. So you're afraid of the future possibility. It's like a bad projection. So you have a bad projection that causes the sensation of fear. I have a positive projection that has abundance associated with it. Abundance of deal flow, abundance of capital, abundance of opportunity, abundance of cash flow, and then abundance of time, where you have your money working for you. So now you get your time back. There's going to be abundance of family, vacation, travel, getting up, going to the gym, meditate, whatever your thing is, whatever your passion is. There's going to be more of that within that abundance mindset. It exists over there. The path that you walk with that mindset is different than the path that you walk with this mindset. And eventually you will tune to my mindset because I will refuse. I will see no value in having that scarcity mindset. There's no value in it for me. So I'm not gonna agree. And I'm not going to project. And that's that's just part of it. It is the number one indicator of your success. Now, with that being said, I could take your scarcity mindset, put you in my boots on the ground program, and you'll still get a deal. You'll still get a deal, even with scarcity mindset, because I already set up a program that operates independently of your mindset. That's one of the benefits of mentorship and getting a guided path is that the path works independent of you. The path is proven. The path yields deals and more opportunity. It doesn't matter what your mindset is. If you do this, 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 and this, you will get that. That is the benefit of mentorship. It's not always an acceleration on strategy. It just can give you a strategy that can overpower your mindset that is holding you back. Boots on the ground is that on steroids because we do every part of it. But even Inner Circle will give you the mindset of an investor. And if you spend time, the most transformative part about our Inner Circle program is not me. It is our network. It is our community. It is other like-minded investors that you guys see. And then you're like, wait, it's not just Brian out here. This guy's cranking. This guy did 10 deals. This guy's ripping ground up. You start seeing people across the country doing it and outside of the country doing it and private money lenders and getting connected to different relationships. I just handed off a top-notch contractor to one of our New Jersey Inner Circle members and now Boots on the Ground member. When you start getting connected and tapped in, your mindset changes. It opens up. Fear starts to go away with, more results and more opportunity. So it really is interesting how much our mindset impacts things and just projects that. Martin said, how much is the turnkey program? Just tap in. You can click the link in the description. You can book a call with me and my team, but it'll tap you into the free training first. I always want people to go through the mindset. Like we have the free trainings. It's loaded with mindset. It's loaded with strategy. It's loaded with abundance. Like that's where I'm trying to get you guys. It's just to see it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can't view the 9 to 5 again, like the same way again. Doesn't mean you'll run out and quit your job. You may look at the 9 to 5 and say, hey, my 9 to 5 is my partner and it gives me the money to put it in the real estate and build my wealth and empire. I could do this for a couple more years. You may not even dislike your 9 to 5 anymore after you really learn how to invest in real estate and leverage the money that you're already making to scale your way out. You may just view it as a stepping stone or a partner. So, but reach out, click the link in the description, tap in, reach out and book that. The creator changes things when we first change things for ourselves. Yeah, you have to change your mindset and then your projections will change. You will just see more. You'll see more opportunity out there. All right, let's get into this thing. Let's get into some of these websites, where I go and why I use them to find profitable off-market deals. So the first website we have is Facebook Marketplace. I've seen people overlook Facebook Marketplace like a ton. And Facebook Marketplace is really good because of how they have it set up. There's a few wholesalers on here for sure, but there's mostly for sale by owner on Facebook Marketplace from what I've seen. Mostly for sale by owner. So that's going to get you in front of two people who you want to get in front of. And you can see here, this is like Philly, but you're seeing deals. Let me click on this. You're seeing deals, 34,999. That one's 195. There were some cheaper ones. There are some cheaper ones on here, 65,000, 45,000. If I go into the home sales section, I can kind of see everything and sort some of this information. 77,000, 85,000. You're seeing a lot of deals that'll be listed right on the marketplace. and that can yield you results. The other thing I like it for is I always like to get in front of um, wholesalers. So even if I run into a wholesaler, I'm always asking them, so how do you have any other deals? I'm interested in this one, but do you have any others? Just asking that question. Not everyone will, but you'll see like 1 in 3 wholesalers have this huge list, and they just have these couple properties up right now because they're newer. But then you go, give me the list, and you're looking through like, damn, they got a lot of deals. This guy's moving numbers over here. So that's now a relationship. You get on that mailing list. Now they're hitting you with deals. And if you're a repeat buyer, like a lot of people will call me, tell me, hey, I want to do 10, 20 deals. Well, if you buy 5 deals off of one wholesaler, they're going to start bringing them to you first. That's just the reality, the nature of, the human being. Is like, this guy's easy money. He keeps buying. Let me just keep feeding this guy. So they're going to start bringing you deals first. Now you're building a network of wholesalers who are pounding the pavement off market, bringing you deals. Real estate investing is not about doing it yourself, even though that's what they show on TV, because somebody's got to be the face. Somebody has to appear as if they do it themselves because it looks really cool. But the reality of the game is the people who do this at a professional level have teams. They have teams and leverage. They have people that play positions and a network. It's an ecosystem. It is not a lone wolf. You are not Rambo getting parachuted into the jungle and you're going to go take on the, resistance, the rebellion army. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. This is a system, a network, an ecosystem of a lot of professionals. And you're putting together a play, essentially, where you can find a deal, a play to find good deals, which this is part of it. We'll get into some other websites, and this is just one aspect of it. One, to find the deals, one, to monetize, to build the deals or monetize them somehow. So take them from diamond in the rough to diamond, whatever that transformation is. And then one, to reposition the deals for profit. So that might be a refinance in terms of repositioning. That there's going to be a tenanting aspect in that sometimes, or it might be selling the deal if you're a flipper. But that's what you're ultimately creating in terms of a system. If you create that, you will be profitable. If you create that system, because it takes work to create that system. You can tap into the boots on the ground system, but it took work to build the boots on the ground system. It takes work. So, but if you put in work in building a system, it will be profitable for you for a long time. And you could build infinite deals. Doesn't matter if you do 1 deal in your first year. Doesn't matter if you do 2 in your second year. You could do 20 in your third. You could do 200 in your third. You're always just this far away in real estate from a major acceleration. It is not linear. Major accelerations. So the only thing to do is to really get in and learn, and then choose a strategy, but then build out your systems over the course of time. Build out your systems. That's why we like boots on the ground, not only as a opportunity for a new investor or somebody who's in California and trying to get a cheap deal to build cash flow in a cheaper city. I mean, boots on the ground it's designed to do, a service. We're going to get you profitable deals in a cheap city where you can get in with less capital than some overpriced market like Colorado, California, some of these really expensive markets, but also as a teaching tool to show you that there are systems behind some of these engines. And it's kind of like like an assembly line making a hamburger or something. Like there's a system. You put the bun and the this and the cheese, and it spits out a rental property. Like there is a process to it. So if you build that system and that assembly line, you can have something that can churn out deals, and then you can scale that up. If you scale it up over the course of time, it'll churn out more deals. It's not a matter of talent at that point. It's just a matter of volume and systems and fail safes and scale and people and leverage. Learning that the wholesaler is not a middleman that you need to eliminate. They're a leverage point. Because if they're willing to door knock and do some of this grunt work that we're going to continue talking about here for maybe another 10 minutes, if they're willing to do this grunt work to uncover deals that you can take and reposition, think about this. If you took one of their deals, you parked 20K into it, but it kicked you off 700 a month over a 7-year period. That increased to $1,000 a month, and the property appreciated 150K or 100K. That's like an incredible deal. They might have walked away with 5 grand. So they made 5K that they can pay taxes on, then get inflation ran on it. So the 5K is worth like 2 G's. That's what they got out of the deal. You parked 20K in, but got 150K of value on the appreciation, tax losses, and cash flow. And your upside just keeps going. That's a leverage person to me. If they're willing to walk with that and I can get that type of upside, that's leverage. Leverage is what allows you to do more deals with less energy. More deals with less energy means more volume, which usually means more money if you do it at an appropriate scale. Sorry to get too in the weeds on that rant. Guys, if you're getting value, like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment that says I subscribe. DM me cash flow if you're on IG, if you want to tap into the free trainings. And if anybody's interested in the boots on the ground, I would recommend jumping in like ASAP. We're really getting to capacity, and we're about to unroll into Baltimore. Like, we're doing a lot, and the off-market activity is really kicking up. Let's see. My next website, 𝐋𝐄𝐓'𝐒. I just came across this website. It was kind of cool. And the reason that I looked into it was I wanted to be able to list build. Somebody asked on IG, and I'll get back into 𝐋𝐄𝐓'𝐒, how much does it take to start as like a real estate investor? It just depends on your level. There's 3 levels to real estate investing. This is good to get in. Then we'll get into 𝐋𝐿E's. There's 3 levels to real estate investing if you're just getting started. And your cash position will tell you where to start. So it's very simple to know where you fit. And it's not that you can't put yourself in a different stratosphere with knowledge or with resources or connections or private money lenders. But these are kind of the things. If you're starting with like less than 10K, I'll call it. That could be 5, that could be 2. If you don't have 1,000 to a couple thousand put to the side, don't try any. I don't think you want to try any strategy. I think you want to focus on saving. I think you want to focus on saving up money and creating a system where there's more money next month than there was this month in your bank account, and start putting that money to the side. Start putting that money to the side. So if you're starting with less than 10,000, you're trying to save up to 10,000. You might start testing some of these strategies, though. Some of these creative financing strategies, lease purchase options, sandwich lease options, subject to you will want to start using websites like 𝐋𝐿E's and trying to generate off-market deals through cold calling, bandit signs, guerrilla marketing, very cheap guerrilla marketing strategies. You want to get into deal sourcing and deal creation. So deal creation it's a great skill set to have because you can make money in any market. We've had people come in, no knowledge, no systems, and they get into this sphere. Like I had one guy, he made 25, 30,000, and like his first kind of part-time doing this for several months, and he pulled out like 30K out of the game. He went, got a multi, like parked the deal in a multi-family in a cheap city, and is doing very well. So I would start there because with $500 a month of budget, you can launch a marketing campaign to get in front of motivated sellers. Put a little bit of leverage behind yourself. Maybe get a virtual assistant to try to see if this thing can work. And that's the best place to start, 10K or less. As you get closer to 10K, you may be able to house hack if you're in the right city. If you're a veteran, I know I got veterans out there that watch this. They've tapped in. You might do the VA loan. You might be able to do some of the down payment assistance stuff when you have 10K. There's going to be a lot of different strategies for you. Once you get up to 10K, when you're in that range of 10 to, let's call it 10 to 30, we'll call it. Once you get in 10 to 30, you can house hack. You can, you could do a hard money deal. You could do a lot of stuff. You could do a lot of different types of deals. once you get yourself into that range of 10 to 30. You could even do something like a boots on the ground if you were like more aggressive, or if you had access to other forms of capital, right? Like you could go out and seek turnkey opportunities, or you could try to do a house hack, something more low key. Once you get from 30 to 50, that's when you're really ready, in my opinion, and in the opinion of, I mean, I come across so many people just being, doing this type of stuff, but I've always been in a service, people service type of a role. So I've come across many people and so many real estate mindsets that I bounce concepts off of. But a good number, you have 50K, 40, 50K. You could actually flip that. You could take 50 and flip it into 100. You can start to really grow your wealth into the like six figure, you know, worth a deal range where you're making things happen, you're flipping your money, or you're doing burst strategy, because now you can put it all together. You can go out and get wholesalers who are doing the creative financing aspect, who can bring you the right deals. And then you have the knowledge of how to put them together to make more money, and or just bring in more cash flow. Because sometimes it's like, if you have 50K, when I had 50K, I didn't have all this knowledge. So I took 40 of it and parked it in a deal. That deal did phenomenally well. It 3x'd in value, and it cash flowed 1,100 a month until I sold it. So that deal, that was phenomenal, right? But with the knowledge I have now, I could have acquired, even in this is the God's honest truth. Even in this same pocket where I bought this deal at 3x in value, I could have got 5 of them with this knowledge. And that would have been $500,000 and 5,000 a month of just just butter, just pure cash flow, low headache, in a nice area. The knowledge is such a major key, because you'll get there anyway. Some people are like, I'll figure it out. No, you will in 10 fucking years. Like, you will. If you have 10 years to waste, God bless you if you do. But I'm not looking to waste more time. I just want the path. I just want the path that I can test, and then find my footing and accelerate. That's what I'm looking for. When you're 20, in your 20s, maybe you're looking for more of a, I'll figure this thing out. You get past that, you're like, I need to figure this thing out. I need this thing figured out. I'm done with this thing. Point me to the easy button. So, but knowledge, one thing I will say about those 3 levels. So those are the 3 levels. Once you hit over, like 50K, you can really start to go up. If you get to 100K, or if you have 100K or 200K, you can really start to, I would say 100K is where you want to go, or 150, maybe 200, where you can start thinking about ground up deals and, other types of opportunities. But even if you're starting at the earliest stage, you need knowledge more. So with less money, you need more knowledge, because I told you there's only 3 paths in, and then there's only 2 things in real estate: knowledge and money. The less you have of one, the more you need of the other. Knowledge and money, the less you have of one, the more you need of the other. So if you're starting off with very little capital, you need superior knowledge of how deals work, how deals are structured, so that you can find opportunity in deal structuring. Deal structuring can create money. What does that mean? That means if I have a land lot and I have superior knowledge of the zoning codes and what can be done here in the process and what it costs in the relationships, that's not superior knowledge. I can take a land lot, parcel it down into 2 lots, and then sell them off individually, just by the knowledge of being able to parcel down and say, well, I take this one plot and I split it into 2 with 2 separate tax codes, and now I can sell them individually. In doing that, you created a value, and that value could be like $50,000. So you need superior knowledge when you have less money. Now, if you had knowledge of how to parcel down and find this type of property and create this value for an investor who is looking for that value, do you think you would need money? Do you think that investor, if he's buying them from you, you think he has more money than you? Do you think he needs money? Money in that sense. He can create the money off of the deal. He needs your time and leverage and knowledge, superior knowledge, because he might not want to do that. He might just want to stay up at this level. So having the knowledge, being able to solve problems. This guy's in foreclosure, solve his problem. This guy needs a deal, solve his problem. Money pops out. Like that's the recipe. So you have to have superior knowledge, and you need to understand construction costs. You need to understand construction costs, not just how to structure your deals, but what do they cost? Because most wholesalers do not know what a deal costs to build. Most wholesalers do not know what a deal costs to build. So they're running around with random numbers. And just by having that knowledge, you become more valuable to your client base. More valuable because you know what it costs. You can project within a certain accuracy level. If you could project within a 90% accuracy level, now somebody can back into a deal. It's like backing a car into a spot, parallel parking. It's like, okay, the number's about here. So if I can get it around here and the construction cost is here, you make money. That might get you, 10,000 a deal on your markup because you can get them cheap, mark them up 10K, pop them to an investor. Now you're making $10,000. Even if you did that 5 times a year, you'd be replacing the income of the average American. I mean, just doing that 5 times a year. But you need knowledge. That is one area I will say, starting off with the least amount of money. I would not go into that area like, I'm going to just figure it out. No, you're not. You're going to run out of money before you figure that one out. In that space, you need superior knowledge first. If you have more money, you need less knowledge because you can just blow your money until you figure it out. So if you have $250,000 and you want to be a bonehead and figure it out, you can go run with your quarter, get ripped for 50 by a GC, overpay 40K because you got excited, and you'll run through that money and you'll learn whatever lessons you could learn with that amount of capital. Hopefully it's enough to survive. So, but those are the 3 levels, but knowledge, the most important key. Knowledge is the most important key. You have to understand how it works so that you can get in. 𝐋𝐓'𝐒. This is kind of like a prop stream, similar thing. The thing I like about it though is they give you free skip traces. So every month, or at this time, at the making of this, a month, and no, they don't pay me. There's no type of code or anything here, but $49 a month right now, you get like 10,000, 15,000 skip traces. So you can list build. You can go out, find people in foreclosure. We'll type in like Baltimore, Maryland. You can come in here. You can sort for different deals. You can filter out and list build. You can see people who, all types of owners. I can break it down to individuals. I can look for out-of-state absentee, in-state absentee owners, which can be really good to reach out to. I can check for foreclosures and screen for that. I can do a lot of different screening and sourcing here. And then list build, hand that off to a assistant to cold call. Cold call, uncover motivated sellers, get me in front of them, and then negotiate that deal. So this is a good website for that. But a skip costs, like to skip trace somebody, that's to get like their contact information so you can reach out to them about the property. Some people are on do not call lists. There's all different types of stuff going on there. But you could get these records is the bottom line. And then have somebody else do all the grunt work and just get you on the phone with some motivated sellers as quickly as possible. So that's a good way to pick up off-market deals if you want to do some actual direct work. Like you want to go straight to the kitchen table and try to grab a deal. That's a process. There's also bandit signs. There's also driving for dollars. There's also direct mail. There's a bunch of different strategies. I think I like the speed of just having somebody get on the phone and they're like, yeah, I'm ready to sell. You get the call recording. You can listen to the seller and they're like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm tired of this deal. And you're like, all right, let me try to make this thing happen. Let me try to get them an offer that makes sense for an investor and figure out how to structure this thing. So recommend 𝐋𝐓'𝐒. A skip trace will cost you like probably 10 to 12 cents for most providers per skip. So getting 10 to 15,000 free is substantial. It's like almost unheard of. There are some people who will watch this and be like, damn, I just paid $500 for some skip traces, some skip trace leads. And it's like on X leads, $49 a month, and you can just plug and play and get on the phone with people. So it's an interesting platform. It's a very interesting platform. Lastly, but not least, because it's actually kind of the predecessor to all of these different platforms, even Facebook Marketplace. It's just a copycat of Craigslist. Craigslist, you can still find some deals. It's not as crazy as it used to be. It used to be absolutely insane, where you could just come on Craigslist in a market like Philly and grab a deal for, $7,000, $13,000. Like, it's freaking crazy. Some properties I wish I bought had I known more. I could have bought them for 17K, converted them into multifamily, turned them into a 4 or 5 unit. They'd be worth 700,000 right now. Just not having the knowledge, having too much fear, not knowing what to do, not having the relationships. Today, with today's access, I would have had the relationships. You just go on freaking Instagram. You have a pulse on who can help you. You tap in, you see what the, best offer for you or best fit or best opportunity could, for me, with all the being able to do like a Philly real estate ride along. I mean, that would have accelerated me tenfold. Something like that. It's like, damn, I saw it. I understand it now. That would have put me light years ahead. So with the amount of opportunity you have, you really just do have to get in. But that knowledge, I can't really say enough how much it can accelerate you. Even on a deal today, there are going to be deals today where you look back 5 years from now, you're like, damn, I could have grabbed that thing for 82K. I stopped at 75, and the thing is like, worth 375. And you could have grabbed it for 82 and put 80 into it. There's going to be deals like that. Hindsight is 2020. But I've done this long enough to see, like, damn, there were deals that I would have done had I had a team or the confidence, and I just couldn't do them because I didn't have it. But now you can kind of go out and you can put it together if it's something you want to do. But you'll still see deals like this, 59,000. You can find some deals on here. But I'm always on these websites, I'm always looking for wholesalers. I don't want to see just the deal that's on the market now. I want to meet wholesalers. And I like there's tiers of wholesalers. There's big wholesalers, and they're like, to me, a little scammy and a little very high sales pressure. Like, some of these guys, they go to the office and they're like rocking suits and like it's a freaking boiler room. And I'm like, bro, are you guys is this a prop trading firm, or are you guys wholesalers? Like, they're way too hype and they try to mark up the deals and use a lot of sales pressure. Then you have your kind of middle guys who've been around a while, but they're just regular, what I would call regular wholesalers. They don't really have crazy sales pressure or tactics. They just tell it straight and try to run the play. They're just like, let's just do it. Everybody chill. Then you have your next level, which is like your young, budding, like just getting started wholesaler who's looking for more buyers. That's the relationships you love. You love those because there's very low competition. They don't have a huge buyers list yet. And they're the people that will bring you 3 or 4 profitable deals and then just keep feeding you. Once they see you start buying, there are wholesalers I purchased 25 properties from one group in, a couple years. Just keep bringing them. They keep bringing them. Hey, I got this guy. He's looking to let go of these shells. Bring it. Just keep them coming. You'd only need a couple of those hits. That's why you got to stay in the game and just keep on fishing. You only need a couple of hits, a couple of bites to win. One relationship like that could be 10 deals in a year. Just from the relationship. You're still going to scan the market. You're still going to do this other activity. So you just got to stay locked in. Like, Don't judge the game. Don't stop they call it taking score, shot clock watching, scoreboard watching the damn game. Just play the game. It's a winning game. So it's like if you play it and you just stick in it and stick with the game and remain relatively conservative, have some type of, box that you're trying to keep yourself in. You don't have to go epically crazy on deals. But if you have capital, you want to play around, get a couple deals going, set them up, maybe Section 8 them, get the government money coming in. You can start to establish something. But it all stems from knowledge. It all stems from mindset. Mindset, knowledge will change your mindset. Superior knowledge will change your mindset. A lot of us have that mindset because we don't know what the answers are. We don't know what to do. We don't know what the strategy is. We don't know where to go, who to talk to. We don't know how to pull a permit. We don't know how do I know if the electrician's trying to burn me on the price, or we don't know anything. So then it's real hard to get a deal done. It's really hard to have the confidence without the knowledge. And it's really hard to have the mindset, because then you go talk to the people in your circle who also don't do real estate and don't own anything. And then you're like, what do you think? And they're just like, I'm afraid too. So then you can talk about your fears of real estate, absent of knowledge of actual solutions and how to navigate. And you're not going to get anywhere. But with the knowledge of, solutions, how to navigate, you can actually go pretty far. You can shock yourself. You can wake up as a different version of yourself. For sure. You can become a new version of yourself. There will be a split, two versions of you. One with little to no real estate knowledge and one with superior real estate knowledge in certain areas. Superior to other investors in certain areas. That version of you, I can guarantee, is a more powerful version of yourself. Probably somebody who has a little bit more confidence in the ability to generate income outside of a 9-to-5 structure or some type of other systematic structure. So there's a confidence that comes along with that, the ability to create wealth. Because by even getting a property to cash flow, your position, it's not cash flow you purely care about, even though a lot of us do. And we're the 24/7 cash flow university. It is the wealth building. It is if you put a property in a position and it can produce $700 a month in cash flow. It's not important that it can produce $700 a month. It's important that it can carry its own cost. It's self-supporting in a sense, and that it's positioned to appreciate and provide tax losses, to provide wealth opportunities. Both are wealth opportunities. What do people complain about? The wealthy people, they don't pay enough taxes. They try to come up with ways to get them to pay taxes. Politicians run based on whatever position they think the masses will take. But the reality is, everybody knows if you save on taxes, it's like making more money. With a rental property, you get the tax losses and the cash flow and the appreciation. So you can't overlook these other aspects of any deal and have the right mindset. You can't. You're missing it. The right mindset is really understanding the value of all three, because your goal is to get wealthy, not to make $500 a month. And it's not about 500. It never, with the right perspective, you understand it. No deal is ever about $500 a month. That's not the total value of the deal. That's just one of the three values of the deal. If I can hit all three, check all three boxes, property has good appreciation potential relative to acquisition price, property cash flows, property always is going to provide tax losses. So that's not even a box to check. So really you just need two boxes. Can it appreciate? Is it undervalued in some way? Which is very easy to measure, in my opinion. I can show you how to measure that. And then if it's undervalued, it will appreciate. And then can it cash flow? If it cash flows today with inflation, it's probably going to cash flow tomorrow. If it cash flows today and our money is not going to necessarily be worth more than it is now, unless Elon Musk is right and we have so many robots in 2030 that nobody does anything. and there's deflationary pressure because you can produce goods for cheaper. But I don't know if Elon Musk is right or not. Assuming that real estate goes like it goes, and the economy and the world continues to go like it usually goes, money's going to be worth less in the future. Assets are going to inflate. Owning these assets, if they're relatively undervalued today, they're likely to be worth more money, and that's how you're going to make. That's how you're going to make a lot of money, guys. Is in the appreciation. When you have 10 properties and they all went up 150K, that's 1.5 million. That money that you can grab tax free. Tax free. So that's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. So guys, I hope that helped. I'm not sure if we have any other questions. Somebody said you recommended wholesaling. Isabel, you recommended start with wholesaling, and you were so right. Yeah, you got to start there if you're starting off without the capital, or if you're like within that 10K range. There's nothing wrong with starting there, though. This is superior knowledge. If you start there, you're setting yourself up for major success, in my opinion. Wish I started. Maybe I should say that. Wish I started with creative financing and wholesaling. I wish I started there. I wish I started there. So for a lot of us, the most advantageous, believe it or not, it's the funniest thing in the world, but the most advantageous time to become a real estate investor is when you're completely broke. It's when you're completely broke. When you're completely broke and living on a very low income. It's kind of the best time to learn it and start to get into it. You know why? Because real estate's so profitable and you're used to such a conservative income and you have such a low barrier. For a lot of people, $3,500 a month, $4,000 a month cover all their expenses. Cover all their expenses. It's not a big bar for real estate. It's not a big barrier. So by starting off at the beginning, learning wholesaling and deal creation, and then having any success, you could just pop right out of the 9-to-5. You could replace that income so much easier than somebody who's at $250,000 but has bigger bills. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like, yeah, that guy makes $350K, but he's got big bills. He's banging 20 G's a month in just bills and expenses, then taxes. Like, he's got big bills. He doesn't have a lot of cash. But if you start at the bottom, you can actually get rapid results. It would only take you 2 deals. You go up 20K, 2 wholesale deals. Boom, I'm up 20 G's. I used to work 6 months for that. And now you're a boss, you're a owner, you're getting different tax write-offs and different things. You're in a position to keep more of your money. It's very easy for you to get out from that position. And it's the funniest thing because most people would think it's easier to get the full impact of real estate investing and financial freedom as somebody with more capital. It's actually easier to do it with less, starting off with less. But the mindset is so much worse when you're really low. If you're really low in check to check, your mindset is there's so much work to do on mindset that sometimes you can't even get through. You can't get past your own hurdle to even get in front of the knowledge and take it seriously and start to apply it. Your mindset is so down that you can't even see the knowledge. You're like, yeah, invest with no cash, no credit. Bullshit. Like, you don't even think it's real. So just that mindset, there can be a rejection there. The person with the capital set aside, they don't have the mindset issue of investing it or understanding that there are opportunities out there. They got different issues. They got big bills, or they're in expensive markets, or they just don't have the time. They're too busy, and they'd rather have leverage and keep their time and have a leverage source. So your problems change as you scale. But the way to get in is to start now. And even if you're at the bottom, I would start right at the damn bottom. I would get into creative financing. I would go to a ride along. I would start to learn the cost of construction and learn how to structure deals, because that's a skill set that you'll keep with you as you evolve, and you'll be able to be more profitable early on. That's what I would do. I'm starting from any level available to me. What I'm not doing is waiting because there's no value in waiting. You're just going to get older and more tired and slower. And then one day you're going to wake up as a dinosaur and other people will be faster than you. So get started now. While you're your fastest, your youngest, you are. Get started. Make it happen. That's the name of the game. So hope that helps, guys. We'll probably do another one on Wednesday. I'm gonna try to do Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific. So we'll do another session. We might do a walkthrough. I wanted to walk you guys through a deal. Said my wife's laughing about the dinosaur. Yeah, you wake up as a dinosaur. You're like, damn, everybody's faster than me. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, we'll do another session. I want to walk you guys through a auction property. I want you guys to see this property sold for $23,000 at the auction. What does it look like? We got to check it out. We got to walk through the property, talk about the cost of the construction on the project and how much money can be produced. And this is not just some pie in the sky. I'm talking about a deal from like last month. Like, this stuff's happening right under your nose. It might even tick you off. You're like, damn, they got deals like that in Philly. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, Isabel, reach out about the ride along, and we'll definitely connect. So hope that helps, guys. If you need me, DM me, IG DM me cash flow. My YouTube people, we got some people that are tapping in from a bunch of platforms. LinkedIn, just drop a comment and we will reach out to you guys. But I hope that helps. If you guys need me, you know where to find me. And I'll see my boots on the ground people and my inner circle people, all my people who are tapped into the inner circle. DM, don't comment cash flow, DM cash flow if you want the free trainings. All my inner circle people, I'll see you on Wednesday night at 9. My wife told me, she's like, are you, it's the holidays and this real estate don't sleep. Like, we still got to rock. We still got to rock. I would probably do a live on Christmas, a Christmas live on real estate. I love it so much. I probably would do it. But no, we're going to keep rocking. So appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.